It's time now for Media Watch. James Creedon's here. James, clearly the events as they're unfolding in Tahrir Square are provoking lots of reaction online. What have you picked up?
All right, well, it's been interesting this evening, Mark. One of the most recent tweets here is from somebody with the handle Bilal, and she's saying that it's extremely packed in Tahrir Square, as the pictures you've been showing tonight show. It can hardly move, air is tense and yet oddly festive. So that's, I suppose, the most recent... Festive, according to her. I suppose it depends on where these people are actually reacting from, because on some of the side streets...
Just to remind people who might just be coming to this fresh, there's been reports of more than 30 people killed so far in the moves and protests around Tahrir Square.
That's right, and indeed on some of the side streets, you will see in a second, there are some tweets that should paint quite a different picture. There's been a lot of reaction to the announcement that the government is to resign. People saying, look, this is designed to divide the protesters, make people say, there, you have got what you wanted, because a lot of this anger is directed against the military council, which is not the government in place. The military council, the so-called SCAF, is due to oversee this transition towards elections. Another person here also very cynical about this resignation that was announced this evening of the cabinet. Great news about the cabinet if it's true, but this wasn't about them. This is about SCAF. That again is the military council, many of whom people associate them with the former Mubarak regime, and people saying here that they have zero legitimacy. And a third tweet here saying, again, empty gestures. Now, as I was saying, on the side streets there is a very different scene being painted. One person here is saying it's almost like a war zone, saying that there's very intense fighting. Another report here, and of course it's always worth saying with Twitter that these are not confirmed reports. This is just what people on the ground perceive, and so it has to be taken with a little bit of caution. But somebody here is saying live bullets are being used now in Mohammed Mahmoud. That's a street leading to Tahrir Square.
I mean, the thing is, of course, we have a team there we're going to bring us live reports, and obviously looking at things as well. So clearly we can confirm certain aspects, but what we're getting here, of course, is from a different perspective, and it's obviously from people who are there.
Right, and another person here saying that there is a lot of tear gas being used, a number of different tweets. I have to say, a lot of tweets saying that, and some actually going so far as to say that it's not tear gas, it could well be nerve gas. Now, nerve gas, if you look it up online, is banned by international law, and some people here are actually talking about Egyptian media saying that this is nerve gas, forbidden internationally, and a reference to the former Interior Minister, El Asawi, saying that he needs to face crimes against humanity. Now, of course, all of this is just the impressions that people have on the ground. It's not confirmed, but a lot of people saying that this gas that they are experiencing is much stronger than the typical effects of tear gas.
Nerve gas, as you've pointed out there, clearly they will face further prosecution and investigation, and certainly the number of people who die and get seriously injured is going to rise.
Absolutely, and those numbers are
alarming,
going
isn't it?
Up and up all the time.
Alarming.
Now, another thing, Mark, that is interesting to look at tonight online is the amount of organisation we're seeing. People. This is a photo of a group opening up a channel for motorbike ambulances to come out in and out of Tahrir Square. And you can see also a Twitter feed here called Tahrir Supplies. Now, the idea of this page is for people to post information about, if certain resources are needed. So it's a way for the protesters to organise online. This tweet is another example of that. Dr. Hazim Yassin, a prominent eye doctor, he has volunteered to treat eye injuries, because there have been a lot of reports over the weekend of people's eyes having been injured in violence in Tahrir Square. Some people even suggesting that might have been done on purpose.
And this all happening in mobile hospitals, makeshift hospitals that have been set up here and there across Tahrir Square.
Absolutely, and people organising themselves on social media like this. Now, just one tweet that's perhaps worth showing very quickly, just a couple more. A lot of people saying that there's a lot of courage being displayed and that they can defeat the military rule. So a lot of optimism being expressed. But some people also saying, listen, this is happening in Tahrir Square. In a lot of other parts of Cairo, it is life as normal. One other tweet said that it was a tale of two cities, and life, it goes on as usual for most Cairenes.
Life as normal.
So life is normal in some parts of Cairo, but it looks like it's a different picture around Tahrir Square as the pictures we've been seeing tonight say or tell.
James Creedon, thank you very much indeed.
Mark.
James Creedon there with Media Watch. We'll stay with us here on France 24. We've got so much more to come for you here live from Paris. All the news and some sport, including Lift It Like Beckham golden balls. Well, he strikes again. Stay with us.